The G-Up operation consists of collecting unwanted horse manure from local sources such as stables and farms, processing it and then selling it on either in bulk or in bags. Users range from small private homes to garden centres and even national estates and parks. This year is G-Up's busiest to date.
Well, the idea basically was Judy and myself, we were always looking for our garden for good manure. So we decided that we might go and get a load of manure for ourselves. We then brought it home and composted it ourselves, and the result was very, very good. And we realised that if we thought we liked it, everybody, neighbours and everybody else wanted some too. So we thought perhaps there might be a business in it. On the farm here, that's where we bring the manure to. We have 2 sheds rented where our machinery is, and we also have space about an acre or so. We bring it in and put it into windrows, which Judy mixes, allowing air to get into it in a continuous basis, and it heats up, and after it's been there for a sufficiently long time and is broken down, we bring it into the barn where it cures for a piece, and then we bag it up. It probably takes about 9 months, I think, but remembering that the manure itself is probably in the stables for perhaps 6 months. The oldest part of it would have been 6 months before we pick it up, so we're really talking about it being more than a year. The name arrived basically that it was G-up horses and G-ing up your garden, and the name kind of came like that. Some people thought it was absolutely nutty. They thought we were mad. And but the name is stuck now. What's interesting is that people now, when they ask for compost horse manure here, they call it G-up. So the term horse manure is very nice. It's the very best thing you can have for your garden, but it's now turned into G-up. So we have people ringing up for G-up.
I found it excellent as a soil improver, wonderful for mulching, great for basket work of all things. I mix it with my own compost, I put in the G-up, and I get the likes of the begonias you saw a while ago. All the plants have come on wonderful. You get very good results, and I've got great results over the years.
For our type of size here, it's ideal, because if you're trying to buy stuff in bags and anything else, it's just getting the bulk delivery is very, very good, and it just seems to be so easy. It's totally organic, there's nothing foreign in it, and given that I've seen the production process and know what goes into it, it gives you great confidence there's nothing funny going into your garden.
I like to use G-up because it's a natural product and is also a local product. It gives a lot of benefits to the soil, and it enriches the soil. What I also like is because the carbon trace or the carbon footprint on the product is minimal, because it's composted and it's not a processed natural fertilizer. As a professional in this industry, I need a product that's been delivered in time, and the quality is constant.
Hello there, how are you?
How are you doing?
Yeah, absolutely good.
See the gates up there?
I do.
That's where we're going, but I think if you drive in there and try and reverse...
Reverse back up again, yeah.
Our customers are all sorts, garden centres, landscapers, and just private individuals who want quantity. So we're wholesale.
We have a very small marketing position reputation because of the fact that it's word of mouth. That's great stuff. Thank you very much indeed. We do advertise in some of the magazines, but over the years now, over the last while, we've actually hadn't had any great need to advertise, which I'm sure people would be horrified with in the business world.
Brilliant.
We're going off down to go collect some horse manure in Passage West.
Job.
Cheers. Thanks very much indeed. Bye. Bye-bye. Basically, we're providing a service for the stables. Their interest is in horses. The manure side of it is a bit of a nuisance to them. So what we do is we liberate them from that nuisance in a nicely seamless operation, which means that they get the great advantage of having their manure shifted regularly. We like to get it, if possible, as absolutely fresh as we can, so it's within our control. So the result is we get it as fresh as we can, and we sell it as old as we can. So that's how that works.
Well, about, I suppose, 7 or 8, 9 years ago, a friend of mine there brought Billy along to me, and we had a lot of spare stable manure, and we were looking at ways of getting rid of it. And this man came along, and we had a dual purpose then, because I was able to get rid of it, and Billy was able to use it and make a pound out of it. And since then, Billy's coming every year and taking away the manure, and obviously doing a lot of work on it to make it saleable. And what's left over we use in our own garden. So that's how we came on the scene first day.
Well, mostly we kind of keep an eye on what's happening in the stables. Over the years, we've kind of come to have a relationship with the stables, so that we know really when the yard is going to be sufficiently full. We don't want to do it too often, because the actual cost of getting there and moving it is a problem. So if we can do it twice a year, that works well for us. About 2 years after we'd actually we'd applied and got a grant from the South Coast Enterprise Board, South Cork Enterprise Board, for a sorter, of which we matched £15,000 as well, and we got it built. Okay, now this is the machine, and what it does, it sieves the manure and takes out any of the debris that would be in it, like stones, little bits of paper, horseshoes, nails, anything like that. So it's quite good at doing it. We feed it in the hopper here, where it's carried up to go right the ways up to where it's fed into the rotary sieve, and it then drops down, the waste going out the back and the product dropping down and running up through a magnet and onto an elevator to our bagging machine, which automatically starts and stops the arrangement. It also can go through a big throughput now. At a push we can do certainly 14 or 15 pallets a day, which is fairly good going, really.
It's been a learning process and a building up what we have very gradually and
That's right. It's been very sustainable is the word,
yeah.
really. So we started off extremely small, and gradually we built various different types of machines. But we're just about at our capacity now to be able to supply the market that we have. We've increased year on year since we started, and it's now getting to quite a stage where we find it quite difficult to keep up with the amount of sales that we're making. So all in a very good sign in this kind of day and age anyway. It does wear us out a bit, but we can survive that.
With initial support from the South Cork Enterprise Board, G-Up has grown from the waist up and now provides full-time employment for a staff of 2 with additional seasonal employment during peak times. Its business continues to expand, endorsing the vision of Judy and Billy Wigham and the Enterprise Boards who had the faith in their business. So for G-Up, the sky's the limit.